The task we must set for ourselves is not to feel secure, but to be able to tolerate insecurity. Immature love says, "I love you because I need you." Mature love says, "I need you because I love you." As we ascend the social ladder, viciousness wears a thicker mask. Let your mind start a journey through a strange new world. Leave all thoughts of the world you knew before. Let your soul take you where you long to be. Close your eyes, let your spirit start to soar, and you'll live as you've never lived before. Greed is a bottomless pit which exhausts the person in an endless effort to satisfy the need without ever reaching satisfaction. It takes a moment to tell someone you love them, but it takes a lifetime to prove it. Love isn't something natural. Rather, it requires discipline, concentration, patience, faith, and the overcoming of narcissism. It isn't a feeling, it is a practice. The lust for power is not rooted in strength, but in weakness. The fact that millions of people share the same vices does not make these vices virtues. The fact that they share so many errors does not make the errors to be truths, and the fact that millions of people share the same form of mental pathology does not make these people sane. The deepest need of the human being is to overcome our separateness, to leave the prison of our loneliness. Creativity requires the courage to let go of certainties. Man's main task in life is to give birth to himself, to become what he potentially is. The most important product of his effort is his own personality. To love somebody is not just a strong feeling, it is a decision, it is a judgment, it is a promise. An illusion shared by everyone becomes a reality. The danger of the past was that men became slaves. The danger of the future is that man may become robots. Hate is a product of the unfulfilled life. Education makes machines which act like men and produces men who act like machines. One cannot be deeply responsive to the world without being saddened very often. To live is to be born every minute. Death occurs when birth stops. Love is the child of freedom, never that of domination. Destructiveness is the outcome of an unlived life. The affirmation of one's own life, happiness, growth and freedom, is rooted in one's capacity to love. Why should society feel responsible only for the education of children, and not for the education of all adults of every age? The person who gives up his individual self and becomes an automaton, identical with millions of other automatons around him, need not feel alone and anxious anymore. But the price he pays, however, is high. It is the loss of his self. When people can't handle God anymore, they turn to religion. Man is the only animal for whom his own existence is a problem which he has to solve. The only truly affluent are those who do not want more than they have. Love is the only sane and satisfactory answer to the problem of human existence. We are not on the way to greater individualism, but are becoming an increasingly manipulated mass civilization. I think our danger is that we talk one thing, and we feel and act another thing. There is nothing of which we are more ashamed than of not being ourselves. And there is nothing which brings us greater joy and happiness than to think, feel, and say what is ours. The quest for certainty blocks the search for meaning. Uncertainty is the very condition to impel man to unfold his powers. Paradoxically, the ability to be alone is the condition for the ability to love. If a person loves only one other person and is indifferent to all others, his love is not love but a symbiotic attachment, or an enlarged egotism. Modern man lives under the illusion that he knows what he wants, while he actually wants what he is supposed to want. Integrity simply means not violating one's own identity. You have to stop in order to change direction. Fortitude is the capacity to say no when the world wants to hear yes. Power on the one side, fear on the other, are always the buttresses on which irrational authority is built. If I am what I have and if I lose what I have, who then am I?